Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Mr. English Talks. If you're new here, I'm Mr. English, your friendly guide to mastering the English language and unlocking the doors it can open in your life. Today, we're diving into a topic that's not just close to my heart, it's the very reason I'm standing here talking to you right now. The title says it all, Learning English Saved My Life. Yeah, you heard that right. This isn't some exaggeration or clickbait. It's a real, raw story of transformation, struggle, and triumph. And by the end of this video, I promise you'll walk away feeling fired up, ready to tackle your own English journey with renewed energy. So grab a notebook, get comfortable, and let's get into it. We're going to explore my personal story, break down why English can be a literal lifesaver, share inspiring examples from around the world, and I'll give you practical, step-by-step actions to start or supercharge your learning today. Trust me, if English saved my life, it can change yours too. Let me take you back to where it all began for me. Picture this. I was a young guy in my early 20s, living in a small town in a non-English speaking country. Life was tough, really tough. My family didn't have much money and opportunities were scarce. I dropped out of school early to help support my parents, working odd jobs like sweeping floors in a local market or delivering goods on a rusty bicycle. Every day felt like a grind, a never-ending cycle of barely making ends meet. I remember waking up at dawn feeling this heavy weight on my chest, wondering if this was all there was to life. Depression started creeping in. I felt trapped, like I was drowning in a sea of limitations. No skills, no connections, no way out. That's when rock bottom hit. One night, after a particularly exhausting day, I sat on the edge of my bed, staring at the cracked walls of our tiny home and thought, is this it? Am I going to live and die like this? It was a dark moment, friends, a moment where I could have given up entirely. But here's where the story turns. In that same tiny room, I had an old beat-up radio that my grandfather had left me. One evening, I tuned into an international station by accident, and boom English voices filled the air. It was a BBC broadcast about success stories from around the world. I didn't understand much at first. Words like opportunity, global, and dream floated by like mysteries. But something clicked. I realized that English wasn't just a language. It was a key to a bigger world. That night, I made a decision that changed everything. I would learn English, no matter what. I started with whatever I could find, a borrowed dictionary from a neighbor, free online resources on a shared computer at the local library, back when internet was slow and spotty, and listening to that radio every single day. It wasn't easy. I stumbled over pronunciations, mixed up grammar rules, and felt frustrated more times than I can count. But I kept going because I knew deep down that this could be my lifeline. As I progressed, doors started cracking open. First, I landed a job at a call center that required basic English. It wasn't glamorous, but it paid better than sweeping floors. I was answering customer queries from the US and UK, and every conversation was a lesson. I remember my first call, my heart was pounding, palms sweaty, but I pushed through. Hello, how can I help you today? Those simple words led to my first promotion. From there, English became my superpower. I started freelancing online, writing articles and translating documents. Platforms like Upwork and Fiverr opened up a world of clients from everywhere. Suddenly, I was earning in dollars, not just local currency. That income allowed me to support my family better, pay for my siblings' education, and even move to a bigger city. But it didn't stop there. Learning English gave me confidence to network, to dream bigger. I attended online webinars, joined English-speaking communities, and eventually started my own blog about language learning. That blog? It evolved into this YouTube channel, Mr. English Talks, where I get to inspire thousands like you every day. Friends. Learning English didn't just save my wallet, it saved my spirit. It pulled me out of that dark place of hopelessness and showed me that I had potential, that I could contribute to the world in meaningful ways. And I'm not alone in this. Let me share some powerful examples to show you how English has been a lifesaver for others too. Take Malala Yousafzai, the youngest Nobel Prize winner. Growing up in Pakistan, she faced unimaginable dangers just for wanting an education. But her command of English allowed her to speak on global stages, advocate for girls' rights, and survive an assassination attempt. English amplified her voice, turning her story into a worldwide movement. Without it, her message might have stayed local. With it, she changed lives across continents. Or think about Jack Ma, the founder of Alibaba. He grew up poor in China, failing exams left and right. But he learned English by offering free tours to tourists in his hometown. That skill opened doors to teaching, business, and eventually building a multi-billion-dollar empire. Jack often says English helped him think globally and connect with the world. It's not just celebrities, though. I know a woman named Maria from Brazil who was in an abusive relationship, feeling isolated and powerless. Learning English online gave her access to support groups, job opportunities abroad, and the courage to leave that toxic situation. She now runs her own online business, teaching Portuguese to English speakers. English didn't just save her life, it gave her a new one. And let's not forget refugees and immigrants. Countless stories from Syria, Afghanistan, or Venezuela show how mastering English means better jobs, safer communities, and integration into new societies. One study I came across, though I won't bore you with stats, shows that immigrants who learn the local language, often English, have higher employment rates and better mental health. It's practical proof that English can be a bridge from survival to thriving. Now, you might be thinking, Mr. English, that's inspiring, but how does this apply to me? I'm just starting out, or maybe I've tried and failed before. That's exactly why we're here, to make this actionable. Let's break it down into steps you can take right now. Remember, I'm speaking to you like your personal life coach. You've got this. Start small, stay consistent, and watch the magic happen. First step, set a crystal clear why. Why do you want to learn English? Is it for a better job, travel, connecting with loved ones, or like me, escaping a tough spot? Write it down. Make it emotional. When I started, my why was survival for my family and myself. That fire kept me going through the hard days. So pause this video if you need to, grab a pen, and jot down your why. Say it out loud. Learning English will fill in the blank. Feel that energy? That's your fuel. Second step, build a daily habit. Don't overwhelm yourself with hours of study. Start with 15 to 20 minutes a day. Consistency beats intensity every time. Use free apps like Duolingo or YouTube channels. Hey, subscribe to mine for daily tips. Listen to podcasts like English Class 101 while commuting or cooking. Repeat after speakers to improve pronunciation. I used to shadow radio hosts, mimicking their tone and speed. It felt silly at first, but it built my confidence fast. Make it fun. Watch your favorite Netflix show in English with subtitles. Sing along to songs by artists like Ed Sheeran or Taylor Swift. Turn learning into play, and you'll stick with it. Third step, focus on speaking from day one. Many learners get stuck in reading and writing, but speaking is where the real power lies. Find a language partner on apps like Tandem or HelloTalk. Practice with friends or even talk to yourself in the mirror. Record your voice and listen back. It's okay to laugh at mistakes. They're your teachers. I remember my first awkward conversations. I said, I'm go to store instead of I'm going to the store, but each error corrected brought me closer to fluency. Join online communities or local meets. Push past the fear, remember. Every expert was once a beginner. Fourth step, immerse yourself. Surround your world with English. Change your phone language to English. Label items in your home with sticky notes. Door, fridge, chair. Read simple books like The Alchemist or children's stories to build vocabulary without frustration. Follow English news on BBC or CNN apps. The more you expose yourself, the faster your brain adapts. I lived in a non-English environment, but I created my own bubble: English music, movies, books. It worked wonders. Fifth step, track your progress and celebrate wins. Keep a journal. Note new words learned, conversations had, or videos understood without subtitles. Every week, review and pat yourself on the back. Treat yourself a coffee, a walk in the park. Positive reinforcement keeps motivation high. If you hit a plateau, switch things up. Try a new app or challenge yourself with a debate video. Now, let's talk about common pitfalls and how to avoid them. One big one, perfectionism. Don't wait to speak until you're perfect. You'll never start. Embrace imperfections. Native speakers make mistakes too. Another, isolation. Learning alone is fine, but community accelerates growth. Join forums like Reddit's Learn English or my channel's comments section. Share your struggles. You'll find you're not alone. As we go deeper, let's explore how English impacts mental health, something I experienced firsthand. When I was struggling, isolation amplified my depression. But learning English connected me to global stories of resilience. Books like Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl in English translation gave me hope. Studies show language learning boosts brain health, reduces stress, and builds empathy. It's like therapy with benefits. Imagine your future self, confident at job interviews, traveling solo, making international friends. That's the power. For entrepreneurs, English means global markets. For students, scholarships abroad. For parents, better futures for kids. Let me share another story. A viewer emailed me last month. Ahmed from Egypt was unemployed, depressed after COVID. He started following my tips, learned English, and landed a remote job with a US company. You saved my life, he wrote. No, Ahmed, English did. With your hard work, we're about halfway through, so let's pivot to advanced strategies. Once basics are down, dive into idioms and slang. Phrases like break a leg, good luck, or piece of cake, easy. Watch comedies like Friends to catch them in context. For grammar, don't memorize rules, use them in sentences. Apps like Grammarly help correct writing. Write daily journals in English. Vocabulary. Learn in themes. Today, food words. Tomorrow, travel. Use flashcards like Anki for spaced repetition. Pronunciation. Focus on sounds. English has tricky ones like th in think. Practice with tongue twisters. She sells seashells by the seashore. Reading. Start with graded readers, build to novels. Writing. Blog or comment online. Feedback sharpens skills. Listening. Podcasts at varying speeds. Speaking. Role-play scenarios, like ordering food or job interviews. Overcoming plateaus. Take breaks, then return fresh. Set challenges like a 30-day streak. Cultural aspects. English opens doors to holidays, music, films. Understand nuances for better connections. Professional benefits. Resumes in English stand out. Certifications like TOEFL boost credibility. Personal growth builds discipline, resilience. Inspiring quote, "The limits of my language mean the limits of my world." Ludwig Wittgenstein, your turn. Comment below your why for learning English. As we wrap up. Remember, learning English isn't just words, it's freedom, opportunity, life-changing power. It saved mine. Let it save yours. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update.